Alrighty, everybody, welcome to Casual Sports Talk Podcast, MLB National League midseason edition. And now we got the man, the myth, the legend, who will always support Grimace for McDonald's. Here's Douglas.
What?
Yeah,
Grimace?
what? Sure, Doug, you like Grimace, especially from McDonald's? This is a news.
I mean, the Grimace shake was all right. I didn't know I was a Grimace guy, but I'll accept it.
Hey, oh, you had one of those Grimace shakes?
Yeah.
They're all
Yeah, it was all right.
Just purple food coloring in there.
Hey, I will tell you this, that was the power of the Mets last season. The Mets were really bad, and it was the power of Grimace. Helped him out.
The power of the Grimace.
Heck yeah, hopefully this year it's Juan Soto.
Yep. No, it was not Juan Soto that helped him out. It was one pitch by a McDonald's mascot. And everybody's like, yeah, Grimace. You know who pitched out for opening day for the Mets was? Grimace.
Nice.
And now we got a gentleman right over here. Because even though we're talking about the National League, he's still salty that the Guardians have a 10-game losing streak. Here's Chris.
I hope you said had as in past tense because surprisingly enough, yeah, we were on a 10-game losing streak going up until yesterday. And then they decided to beat the Houston Astros, who the Houston Astros swept the New York Yankees over the weekend. And now tonight, Tuesday, July 8th, the Guardians, the Indians are in command of this game. So it looks like they should be up 2-0 in the series against the Astros here. Surprisingly enough, it is.
Get it done, boys. Tigers on a 5-game winning streak too. Let's go.
Yeah, they're 24 games above 500?
Yeah, they're streaking, man. They're streaking.
Wow. 25 games above 500. Detroit, the sports mecca of the United States right now, I'd say.
Man, they're going, man. They're playing good ball. Holy guacamole.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting because now we're talking about the National League, which is very interesting. So, gentlemen, do you have any thoughts on how the National League is going right now?
I can't believe how unbelievably terrible the Colorado Rockies are.
Oh, my God. We thought...
Well, this feels like the Lions going 0-16 and then the Browns going 0-16. It's like, how do we have two historically bad teams this close together in time?
Yes.
But they're losing to the White Sox consistently. And the White Sox set the record for the least amount of wins last year.
Yeah.
And they still destroy this team. It's like
it's so funny because the last team was worse. It was a century ago. And then everyone's like, man, this record's never going to get broken. And the Colorado Rockies said, hold my rocks. I will show you how to suck a year.
Hold my Coors Light.
Yes. Hold my crappy Coors Light right there, gentlemen. I mean, I guess really interestingly, I kind of feel like all the teams, I'm kind of not surprised. I mean, the Dodgers are looking amazing. Not surprised. Cubbies, I guess, maybe the only team I'm a little bit surprised they made it. They're doing better this year than the last couple of years because they've kind of been stunking.
Yeah, Cubs are looking real nice right now.
Yes. So we will start, gentlemen, with talking about the worst team in baseball, the worst in all of America. Oh, my God. Hold my beer of disasters. The Colorado Rockies, who suck and are garbage. Even today, they lost by 8 against the Red Sox.
Well, it's the Red Sox. Red Sox are what, second or third in their division. The Red Sox are not a bad team.
But
50 games below 500. 50 games below 500. If they won the rest of their games, they still probably wouldn't make the playoffs.
No, I don't even think they could blow out everybody and they wouldn't even make the playoffs.
So 21-71, that's 92 games. So they have exactly 70 games left. If they go on a 70-game winning streak, they'll finish 91-71. Yeah, Doug, I think you're right. I don't think they can make the playoffs. 20 games above 500.
They did win a game against the White Sox. So give them some credit. They did beat them on Autograph Sunday. Congratulations. You did. Congratulations, White Sox. You even lost them on July 4th, for God's sakes.
I remember when the Tigers played them, and the Rockies went up 5-0, and I was like, oh, man, we're going to lose to the Rockies. And then we scored 8 straight and just pummeled them still. It was just they actually played pretty decent, and then the Tigers just scored 15 runs and just destroyed them still.
Yeah. Like, what do you do? Like, look at this season right now. Look at this pitiful season. I mean, they did beat the Marlins, but the Marlins suck ass. But then lost to the. Look at this. Lost 2 streak against the Mets. Lost 2 games against the Giants, who are kind of mid. Lost 2 games against the Braves. They did win against the Nationals. Congratulations. The Nationals are trash. So good for you, buddies. Great job. Great job. Can we do a round of applause right now?
I say round of applause and move on to a team more deserving to be talked about.
I mean,
yeah, right.
I will say they got swept by the Dodgers and won 1 game.
So I guess the real question, are the Rockies going to finish with above 50 games or below 50 games?
Oh, way below.
Way below. I would put $100 on that one.
I think they'd be lucky to win 40.
Yeah, that was my next step down. Would they even, because they're at 21 wins right now, would they even go to 40? That'd be.
I mean, like, if you just did like the win percentage too, what is their actual win percentage? Like,
oh, we should look at that win percentage. Like,
0.231.
If you keep that same winning percentage for the rest of the season, they would win 16 more games.
So they'd be at 37 wins. Wow. So yeah, below that 40 win threshold.
Yeah.
My God, I will say this: who's worse, Colorado or the White Sox last year?
I think it's pretty obvious. This is probably the worst team of all time.
This is the most abomination of a worst team. And you know what really still triggers me, gentlemen? $62 for 4th of July to watch a garbage White Sox versus.
Sure, we talked about that last week. It's
that should have been $10. I'm sorry.
They got to pay for the fireworks somehow. That they know people are going to come out to watch a baseball game.
Dude, why does a family of 4 have to pay $5,000 to go to Disney World for a week? I think that's ridiculous too, but people do it every day.
But it's Disneyland. This gives you joy.
$5,000. Give me the $60 Rockies game over 5 Gs for Disney.
I'm telling you this. Mickey will give you enjoyment. Does the Colorado Rockies give you any enjoyment this season besides just laughing at this team?
How pretty their stadium is. That really gets me going.
Yeah, probably best backdrop in all of baseball. That's a good positive right there.
I mean, besides that should be a fun game before we go. Do you have anything besides the backdrop in the stadium? Do you have anything nice to say about the Colorado Rockies?
Nope.
I mean, if I was in their division, I'd be happy because they're not going to come back.
Yeah. I think we should just call the Dodgers frauds right now. They get to play the Rockies a bunch each year.
Yeah, can we also can we have it like in soccer where they just like send them the Colorado Rockies to like the AA division at this point?
That'd be fun.
If only American sports did that, just like European soccer and pretty much. I mean, there's also European basketball that does that as well.
Could you imagine then like we get a bunch of our friends together to buy like a single A ball club and then just like try to get it all the way up to the MLB?
Yeah, right.
We think we can. We think we can. We think we can.
Yeah.
It'll be just like the Wrexham with Ryan Reynolds and them. They bought a soccer team and now they're going kind of up. They're getting better players. They're using their platform. It's cool stuff.
I mean, heck, I think even the YouTuber Hank Green even bought a soccer team. Yeah, and they're moving up and up and up, and it's kind of crazy. It's like a YouTuber bought a soccer team.
Heck yeah.
And do you have any? And also, gentlemen, do you have any final thoughts on the crappiness of this endorsement of MLB?
My final thought is I'm tired of talking about them. That's my final thought.
They're so bad. Like Doug said, we should focus on a different team. This team's not even worth it to focus on it.
I just gotta say one thing. The Colorado Rockies suck. You make the White Sox look like they're world.
But see, Stuart, your reaction should be if the New York Yankees or the Dodgers start to suck. Like you're laughing at a team that was not relevant last year either, right? So why are you?
Yeah, right.
I don't understand.
I mean, it's probably the same feeling people have when we laugh at the Cowboys. It's like, what's the point, man? Like, what's the point? And we all know.
And what's the point of continuing talking about them? How about we move on to the next team?
Exactly.
About baseball, and you got to trigger me about my Cowboys.
Like, I mean, it's just the people have had enough.
Yes, enough indeed. And now we'll talk about the other team that's still You know what's funny? Look at this. 226. And the next team win percentage is 417.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's the thing.
So your
Baseball's like,
stats are a little bit outdated. Last update, July 1st. Sir, that's a week ago. What is this?
July 1st? This is not July 1st.
Yeah, sir. Why are you on July 1st? How'd you get there? Yeah, there you go, sir. Go to July 8th.
Let me try it. Let me try to update the MLB right there. Yep, July 8th.
there's the Tigers up top. Let's go.
Woo! Tigers are up top, but still embarrassing. 200 points for the Washington.
Well, I mean, you're not arguably considered the worst team of all time without being abysmal, Stu.
My God.
The Lions had a 0%, like a zero kind of like winning percentage.
Yes.
In 2008.
You know,
that's pretty bad.
You know, someone did in the pandemic. They watched the 0-16, all those games.
Mm. You know, I watched every game that year, Stu.
And you could have gotten free tickets. I mean, there was like a story where basically you could have gone to Detroit and you could have had your tickets on your windshield, and someone breaks into your car, and there would be 6 more Lions tickets.
That's darn right, Stu. But now they have one of the best core position groups in the NFL, according to ESPN.
We'll see.
So laugh all you want, Stu.
But you know what? We can still laugh at the Washington Nationals, who won a World Series. God, 5 years, 20. Oh God, it's been like a few years ago.
They won in 2019.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like they've been abysmal ever since. To be honest with you, they won a couple playoffs, but
I mean, yeah, they just took a few from the Tigers. I mean, they played the Tigers really well the other week, so that was pretty cool.
Well, that's cool. Cool story, bro. But you still suck.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks when they've lost all kinds of generational players recently. I mean, they're not really, because isn't this where Juan Soto was as well? Didn't he start here?
Yeah, Juan Soto's played.
Well, I feel like it was him. Then they had Bryce Harper, and they had that Steven Strasburg, and like they had a loaded team full of like number 1 overall picks, but
yeah,
they got to restock the pantry.
Yeah, it's looking really abysmal. They got swept by the Mets, got swept by the Marlins. They got almost swept by the Colorado Rockies.
I mean, sir, these are the bottom 2 teams in the NL.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be surprising Colorado Rockies, Washington Nationals to
also
go
happy
back and forth.
Look at that. Happy Juneteenth. You finally beat the Rockies. Congratulations.
Wow.
Woo.
What?
I said, woo. Good job.
Woo. I thought you said it was like, oh, that's offensive. I mean,
no, not at all.
But yeah, I will say this is okay. We should do the cut line of teams. This is the fun game. We should call it. The Nationals. They got, what is their percentage odds of making the postseason? 0.5. Is it more than less than the Tigers last year? They were 0.05 last year.
My gut tells me less.
Like 0.02.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, what would you put the Colorado Rockies at? Like 0.00000000.
I mean, I think pretty reasonably you could put eliminated on there today.
Yes. You could put like miss. I mean, they still are not eliminated yet, but I think it's 0.0000000.
Yeah, so the Rockies are at 0.00% chance.
I think it should be 0.00000.
The Nationals, to even clinch a wild card, are at 0.00%.
Yeah.
And this is based off fangraphs.com. So yeah, not looking good for either the Rockies or the Nationals.
Well, can we keep it moving to more interesting teams?
Yeah, we'll keep it moving.
Let's climb the ladder to get to the Dodgers.
Congrats on your World Series. Like, you did it. Oh man, we're talking about the Pirates, bro.
Yeah,
they should trade Paul Skeens to the Tigers. That's what I think here.
So, fun fact: start off the Pittsburgh Pirates talk. Paul Skeens has the best ERA in baseball, but he has a losing record. He's 4-7.
Yeah,
obviously, it means he's a great pitcher. That doesn't mean, or that means that his defense behind him. Well, actually, it doesn't matter on defense; it matters on the offense because the defense is showing up too. Well, so are his pitches being 100 miles an hour, but it's showing the Pirates can't do anything offensively.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
I gotta say, for the Pittsburgh Pirates, when have they ever been relevant? It's been like the 2000s, right?
Man, when they was it something McCutcheon?
Yeah, they had Andrew McCutcheon for a while.
Yeah,
he had like a couple like MVP years, maybe like 2013.
I'm just gonna look.
That was about it, though. I mean, that's where if they truly wanted to set themselves up for success, and like it'd be controversial, but I think you trade Paul Skeens if you can get like just an absolute haul, because like when you're that bad around him, it's like I think you just need to absolutely load up for like 2-3 years from now. Like when it's like I don't think they're relatively close, and it's like if you can get a bunch of like top notch prospects, maybe some draft picks, whatever it might be, maybe an MLB player or two.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, according to my chat GPT, it's been since 2015 since the last time the Pirates have made a postseason.
All right. Wow. It's been a decade.
It's been a decade of mediocrity. And man, I always got to say this. Who had a much more bad decade in sports? I'm going to tell you this, Douglas. The Red Wings or the Pittsburgh Pirates? I want Pirates.
You always say this?
Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever heard this question.
I want to ask you.
Now he's going to start comparing every team to the Detroit Red Wings.
Well, I mean, it's been like a decade. When I got to look at teams that have not made a postseason. And
I mean, I'd say they were both pretty equally disappointing, Stu. I don't think either made a playoffs in that decade. So
yeah,
it's like comparing a bowling ball to a bowling ball.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's kind of comparing to which turd sandwich do you want? Do you want this crappy turd sandwich or do you want this crappy turd sandwich?
Oh, what's that? That South Park episode, the giant douche of the turd sandwich.
Yes. This is what I feel like. This is what I feel like. But it's actually kind of funny. So I watched the urinating tree video when they talked about the Pirates, and he's a Pirates fan, disgruntled Pirates fan. I would say more of a man, this team sucks kind of Pirates fan. Like, I don't even think the Pirates fans are like, yeah, we're like happy about the Pirates. You know what I mean? It's like,
would you be happy when your team's 16 games below 500?
Well, let's ask you this, Stuart. Are you happy with the Cowboys? Are you happy with them?
Yes.
How dare you? We are talking about the Pirates, and you got to talk about my boys.
Well, you're asking about feelings. I'm trying to make sure that you can understand the feeling.
No,
you just think about
in the 2020s. Damn it,
Stu. It's like last year, you guys won like 4 games or whatever. It's okay to say.
7. Okay, 7.
It's okay, Stu. It's not Dak's fault.
Like
it's not Dak's fault.
Unless your team makes the playoffs, it doesn't matter how many games they won. You still miss the playoffs.
You guys should give Dak more money. He deserves that. Pay that man more. Give that man a raise.
You know what? I'm just hating all of you. I got my squishy ball, and you're squishing so much pain and suffering.
Stu, I'm sorry, but Cowboys exhaust me. Hey, it doesn't matter what sport we're on, they exhaust me.
But anyway, what was it back to that? Oh yeah, so the urinating tree video. So he made a video talking about the Pirates and furries, because apparently there's a furry convention in Pittsburgh in July.
I'm sure there's a furry convention in most major cities too.
Yeah, but I guess it's a really big in the Pittsburgh area.
Okay.
And one of the players was driving around, and he was like driving like the bridge, the bridge to Heinz Field. I think we drove that bridge.
We have driven that bridge.
There's a lot of bridges.
What's that sandwich place in Pittsburgh?
Primanti Brothers.
Yeah. So
I feel like we rode it right after that.
Yeah.
Or we walked across it, maybe. Maybe we walked.
Yeah, we walked across of it. And he said like one word in a tweet last year: furries. Furries! Exclamation point. And it was just like, man, there's too many furries out there. And he basically made a comment that's like, there's both weirdos, Pirates fans and furries. We're basically both in common.
That's wild. Did you guys see that outfielder throw the ball 105 miles an hour, though?
Oh, really?
When that happened today?
No, it was in the last 2 or 3 days, but he's been really controversial because he's giving up on plays. So, they benched him, and he's been good and bad.
Is
but
this
he
for
just threw it.
Pittsburgh?
What?
Is this for Pittsburgh?
Yeah, his name's Cruz. He's their center fielder.
O'Neal Cruz? Yeah.
Yeah, but he threw out a guy. He threw it 105.2 miles an hour, and the dude didn't even slide because he thought he was like easily safe. And then the ball was just so perfect. Like the guy tried to cut it off, but it just zoomed right past him. Just perfect bounce. It was definitely on Sports in their top 10.
Oh my God, you're in your hostage.
So the Pirates, they have
podcast.
some good players, but they just don't have the whole picture. You know, they have O'Neal Cruz, they have Paul Skeens. So
Well, if you gentlemen were a general manager, like, do you think that you trade and get a ton, or do you keep a generational prospect like Paul Skeens?
That's a good question. I don't know. I feel like you would have to, because there's a part of me that's just like blow the damn thing up. You know what I mean? This team sucks. We're never going to do anything.
But I mean, I wonder how many draft picks they can get. You know how that would work out, because you like in the MLB, there's that lottery, so you never know who's going to be. You know, who's going to get the number 1 overall pick, or the top 5 even.
Yeah, and Pittsburgh is basically, to be fair, it's not a major market, so they can get a high draft pick and they can suck for years upon years, and it doesn't really matter.
Well, yeah, I saw an offer that was like a hypothetical from the Tigers to get Paul Skeens. And it was like the Tigers giving up, I think, their 5 best prospects, basically. And it's like, if I was, as a Tigers fan, I feel like it'd be awesome if they went for it. Because, like, if you have Skeens and Skubal, 1-2, might be a win-win for both teams, It might be kind of like it might be like the Rams-Lions trade, where it's like the Tigers could maybe go all in, have an amazing pitching combo, and then Pittsburgh has a bunch of prospects to be good in 2-3 years when they all develop,
Yeah.
But
it could be one of those where it's like a win-win kind of trade. I mean, even though I always say it, there's either trades that like are lopsided, Deshaun and the Texans, or like the 99, if I'm thinking about the NFL season when it was the Washington versus the Saints, where both teams lost, basically.
Yeah.
Both teams get screwed over by the trade.
Nobody likes to lose.
That's right.
Yeah, that is one of those. But anyway, do you have any final thoughts on the Pirates? Fortunately, we should have it where they're fortunately on to Shipwreck Island.
All right, adios.
Adios to the Pirates indeed. And now, once we're getting out of the Pirates, we got to talk about another abysmal team. What happened to the Braves? Can anyone tell me why the Braves are terrible now?
Not exactly.
They don't have Freddie Freeman anymore.
Yeah, that'll do it.
He's with the first place Dodgers.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get paid when you're just like, hey, make more money.
I don't know anyone who plays for the Atlanta Braves, so I'm going to keep it short. They're on a 4-game losing streak, 11 games below 500. Where are they in their division? Atlanta Braves. Where are they even at? Honestly, this is from 2024. So Atlanta Braves right now, 4th in their division. They're not going to make the playoffs.
I will say if there was a surprise team to make a run, this would be the team. Like, they're the team with the talent, and it just hasn't gelled. But, like, they're a team that could get hot, but it's kind of hard to see right now.
I feel like this team is – all right, gun to your head percentage-wise, are the Braves going to make – what are the odds that they're going to make a postseason?
5.3% for the Atlanta Braves.
2.1.
See, that's not bad. For how bad they've been, that's not bad.
What about 3.5? Is that okay?
What's 3.5? What are you saying, Stu? What's 3.5?
It will make a postseason.
That's
the Braves are 5.3 to make that.
I'm just saying. I feel like
don't get those numbers juxtaposed.
It should be lower.
Good word.
Yes. So, but if we look at the regular season, they did sweep the Milwaukee Brewers. That's good. You did lose badly to the Diamondbacks. Lost streak. Oh my God, 6 games losing streaks.
I know that this is only for the month of June or July. Yeah. I wish there was it would show, because you're just showing 3 games against the Brewers. I'm not telling you to look it up because we should keep this moving. but I'm pretty sure the Brewers have the upper hand in the series in the season against the Braves, and yet we're not going to look it up because we're just talking about the Atlanta Braves who are 12 games below 500. We should keep the wheels on the train moving.
You want to keep
Yeah,
it
I mean, they got the All-Star game there, which is kind of cool. So whatever, whatever that's worth.
Nice.
the only highlight that they will ever have of like important players is the
I mean, they won a World Series a few years back, right?
Yeah, they won it in 2021. They lost it. They beat the Astros.
Was it
so-
Freddie Freeman on that team?
Yes, it was.
There we go. Freddie Freeman. He's the missing
Well,
puzzle piece.
What a legend.
What a legend indeed. And now we're getting to the Braves. And now we got to talk about the Miami Marlins, who are still mediocres, as always.
Yeah.
They did win 2 World Series in their careers, their whole career as a franchise, but still.
And that's worth something.
I'm not salty about one of them. I'm not salty about 97. Yes, I am.
It's crazy. I don't know how Fangraphs, this website, fangraphs.com, shout out to them. I love it. But they said that Miami Marlins have a 0.3% chance of making the playoffs, whereas the Braves have a 5.3% chance of making the playoffs. So,
Did you say 23?
No, 0.3 for the Miami Marlins. Braves are at 5.3.
Well,
So
I feel like they're the type of site that probably is factoring in the actual roster and like more advanced statistics too.
True.
Because I mean, the Braves are definitely a lot better than their record.
Yeah, because they're also throwing in strength of schedule, and Marlins have a hotter schedule than the Braves. So yeah, a lot of good points here.
Nice.
Yeah,
What do you guys think about the Miami Marlins out of Florida?
it's cool that they're in Miami. Their team is trash.
I mean, what a great spot to be when the season's over in like early September or whatever it is, you know? You just stay in South Beach.
You get to stay in South Beach, even though I don't know how long's your MLB career going to be, but still.
You know, but get a few like winters in South Beach or go down to Key West or something. It's a vibe.
Yeah.
Aren't the Marlins in isn't there was it Tropicana Field? Isn't that where they play?
Yes.
No, that was the Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, okay. Then disregard that then.
Yes. And we can look at their season right there where they had a 5-game losing streak in the beginning of the season. Kind of been like, man, you lost the Pirates twice. You did beat Washington. Congratulations. You did beat Washington, but you did lose to the Phillies. Phillies are a better team. Better than that, you did sweep the Giants. You did sweep the Diamondbacks. Good for you. Do I want to give them a cookie? Congratulations.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
No cookie for the Miami Marlins. They're not making the playoffs.
No. Okay, gun to your head. You're not putting this team to make the postseason.
I mean, yeah,
I would put $100 on it right now that they will not make the playoffs.
I will double down.
A random thing, but my dad and all of his buddies bet on the Tigers winning. The over-under for wins for them was like 83.5, I think.
Oh, that's
and
easy.
So, yeah, they all put a good amount of money on that. So, like, their Tigers are racing up on that quick.
Yeah, they're 20. You said 83.5. They're 24 away from getting it. Easy breezy.
Yeah, so I mean, they could literally have a pretty substantial losing record the rest of the way and still do it.
Right.
Yeah. So, get your guides. Go to Miami. Probably don't go to a Marlins game. Just saying.
I went to a Marlins game.
There's roughly 70 games left in the season.
I went to a game when we worked at Cedar Point down in Miami, actually. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, was that when the Marlins were good?
They weren't that good, but they had Stanton at the time. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had who?
I think Stanton, who plays for the Yankees now.
Oh, Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to the Yankees or the Dodgers.
Pretty much, man. I mean, shoot, when you're paying that much money, I'd go there too if I get to go win a World Series and make that kind of cash.
I mean, I kind of do agree. I think I agree with Douglas. I think they should be a salary cap for MLB. I know they're probably not going to do it because the MLB union, but still.
Yeah. It'd be nice to see. I mean, the dudes are making $700 million contracts right now.
Oh my God!
They're on the NBA too, and there's a salary cap. So
Ohtani is making like how much? And they're just like, oh yeah, oh by the way, he's not going to get paid that much until after his career.
Well, yeah, they deferred $680 million, and then Soto signed that $700 million contract too. It's like, dude, these dudes are literally almost billionaires from one contract.
Oh my God. Like they're set for life, man. Their kids, their great grandkids.
I mean, yeah, that's generational wealth for sure.
Yeah, they are literally in FU money right now.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, any final thoughts on the Miami Marlins?
Not really. I mean, you get to play in a cool city, I guess.
You get to play in a cool city. I would like to visit Miami, and I should say, welcome to Miami and the Miami.
Yeah, Miami's a pretty cool city. It's cool at night. They have a lot of lights. It's awesome to see.
It's awesome to see. And we got to talk about the teams that's in your stomping ground, Douglas.
You know, every time I go to Phoenix, I say I'm going to stop by a game, and then I still haven't. I really need to go to one to say
Why have you not gone to a Diamondbacks game?
That's the question, so I really don't know. Like, I think about it every time. I was staying about 20 minutes north, and I found out that there was a shuttle that would take me right down to the stadium doors for $1. I still didn't go.
Wow!
Yeah. I just couldn't commit to the bit for whatever reason, but maybe next time. Well, no, this next week they'll be the entire week they're doing the All-Star game, so
yeah, they'll be in the home run derby right there. So
yeah. Oh, I could maybe go to that Cardinals game on Friday night. There we go. That's the game. My flight's not until 11 p.m. on Friday, so I could go catch the Cardinals game and still get to my flight. Beautiful.
Woo!
That's it. I'm doing it.
Well, I gotta say, Douglas, as someone that is a Diamondbacks third fan, I should say, what do you think about the Diamondbacks?
I mean, kudos to them for being in the World Series a couple years ago. I mean, I think they have the talent. I think they kind of went a little bit too big this offseason, and they kind of had some misses, unfortunately. Corbin Carroll is still amazing, but he hasn't quite been his usual. I mean, I don't know his exact stats because I haven't been following them as closely as I have the Tigers, but he hasn't been quite as elite as he has been in the past. They have a third baseman that they think like is on the trade market that a lot of teams are going to kind of look for. So this next week is big for them, man. Like if they don't go on a run, they're probably going to sell. But they're kind of on that cusp where like if they get a little more competitive, they might like add something. So it'll be really fun to see what they do at the trade deadline. Like if they make a little push and if they try to get a piece or if they sell.
Oh, you know what? That should be the good question. Should they buy or sell if you're the Diamondbacks right now? That should be fun.
I mean,
we should say Colorado sell everything.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably nothing to sell. Like, what are you selling?
It's like when it's like when you see on Craigslist or on Facebook Marketplace now, where it's like you got a vintage couch, which vintage means garbage.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, I'm not wrong when someone says I got a vintage this and it's a vintage couch.
I still like the Diamondbacks to make the playoffs. I mean, Doug mentioned Corbin Carroll. He started off the season hot. He was one of the better hitters in the first couple weeks of the season. I think the Diamondbacks could. I think they'll get a wild card spot for sure. Not about for sure, but
would you put money on it? Would you put $5 on it? Even Douglas is so surprised. It's like, oh my god.
What with three teams make the wild card?
Yeah. Would you put the Diamondbacks?
Ooh, because right now you have the Mets, you have the Brewers, and you have the Giants. Diamondbacks are 4.5 games out. I'd put $5 on the Diamondbacks to make the playoffs.
Oh, I'm gonna say they're not. I'm sorry. Let's shake the hand.
I'm not gonna shake the hand because Stuart, you have the upper hand right now. If I give you $3 to you give me $5, then maybe I would do it. Like if they make the playoffs, you give me $5. If they miss it,
all right,
I'll give you $3. Deal? All right, let's do it, Stu.
Yeah, shake the hand.
We should probably write this down because playoff time doesn't happen until September, and we're still 2 months away from September, so we probably easily forget about this.
Yeah, especially when the NFL season starts, we might forget
exactly.
About it. But you know what?
Yeah.
But you know what? I will at least remember all my bets. I've always paid all my debts and my bets.
That's a lie, Stu.
Mr. Lannister.
Yeah. But anyway, Douglas, do you think the Diamondbacks are going to make a postseason? Will they play in October?
As a realist, I don't think so. I don't know.
No,
I don't like it. I think there's too many really talented teams kind of all bunched up in that wild card spot.
Yeah, I just feel like the Diamondbacks are just they became instead of
Sir, I'm writing this bet down right now. I'm gonna mark it July 8th, so we'll remember it.
2025 at exactly 30.
I mean, I don't need to know the time, but I'll just put the date so I'll remember it.
Yes. But hey, we got this recorded also, so just remember this, Theodore.
Yeah, because how many times do we really go back in our archives and watch the podcast over and over again?
Yes, because like I said, we're all a bunch of chumps, right?
Stu, we got to hire a producer, I think, to like kind of pull these up in real time and keep track of our random bets.
It's like PTI when they did that back in the day. They always had a producer right there.
Exactly. That's what we need. We need a producer.
We're going to be so famous. We're going to get producers. And my joke is maybe in 10 years we might go to the MLB might invite us to a World Series and the NFL invites us for a Super Bowl.
That is a good joke, Stu, no doubt.
That would be a good joke, but I would laugh if that would happen.
That would be fun.
Yes. It would be fun indeed. And now one Diamondback that turned into rusted coal, a lump of coal, I should say, and talk about my other families, the Cincinnati Reds, who have been Reds fans.
Your sister lives in Cincinnati. Heck yes.
Yes, my sister lives in Cincinnati. I have family members that are Cincinnati Reds fans, diehards, begrudging Cincinnati Reds fans, but still Reds fans.
Sir, you should ask your sister if she likes the Reds more or the Cincinnati Bengals more.
She technically likes the Browns.
Because I have a cousin who he doesn't live in Cincinnati, but he lives close enough to Cincinnati, about a 30, 45-minute drive. And I can tell you this right now, he loves the Bengals more than the Reds. Like if you had to give him, if he had to choose between free tickets to a Bengals game or to a Reds game, he's going to choose that Bengals game every single time. But that's not neither here nor there. So yeah, where the Reds at? Oh, 46 and 45. 3.5 games back of a wild card spot. Not bad at all.
They could make a postseason. I don't know, but probably not. But gentlemen, what's your thoughts about the Cincinnati Reds right now?
I mean, the only thing I can say about the Reds is like a couple things. What's his name? I can't think of that guy. Ellie De La Cruz. Man, he's electric. He's fast, great outfielder. Actually, when I went to go watch the Reds, he was playing shortstop for some reason. I went to go watch the Reds when they played the Guardians. Swept the Guardians for a weekend. Won 3 straight in that series. I don't see the Reds making the playoffs though. That's my hot take right there.
Yeah, I'd agree. I don't think they have it in them. Yeah, like you said though, that dude is electric. Like I'm pretty sure they beat the Tigers in the series they played in. What was that? Yeah, they won the last 2. So yeah, they took 2 out of 3 from the Tigers. They swept the Guardians. Like
yeah,
they got some talent.
Well, not this was back in June when I went to the game. I think this is the month of July.
Oh, they took 2 out of 3 from the Guardians.
Yeah, nonetheless, they won. They swept a series in June, and then they won 2 out of 3. So that makes them 4 and I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Reds are good against the AL East, or the AL Central.
Yeah, they are.
Yes, but I will say, hopefully the Reds make the postseason. I wouldn't mind seeing a Reds postseason. It's been like forevers.
So, Stu, are you confident with the Reds making the postseason?
No.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, I don't think so, but like it's been a while. I feel like when's the last time the Reds made a postseason?
I don't feel like it's as long ago as you would think.
It has to be like 2018, right? Last time made a postseason.
Well, while you're looking into that, Stu, you could always jump to another team.
Yeah, I'm gonna look before I have 2020.
All right.
Oh,
so like Doug said, not too long ago. Nice.
They did, but they did get swept by the Braves. But well, I mean, But I feel like that year does not really count in baseball because that was like cut in half. You know what I mean?
I don't think it counts for any. It should not count for any sport,
including the Mickey Mouse Trophy that LeBron won, right?
That's right. Heck yeah. Even Alex Caruso, because he won it with the Lakers. He just won it with the Thunder. He won it with the Lakers in Disney World. He just won it with the Thunder this year in the NBA. He said, "Now I have a real ring." So,
yeah. I just always gotta say, it is crazy to think that was like 5 years ago now.
Good times.
No, that was the worst time of my life. I still gotta say that. Top 3 worst years of my life. Feels crazy. But we got the Cincinnati Reds. Now we got to get some Cardinals ready. It's the St. Louis Cardinals, who are mediocre and mid. So do you have any thoughts on the St. Louis Cardinals?
It was either going to be between me picking the Cardinals or the Diamondbacks, because those are the two of the teams outside looking into the wild card spot. I was either going to pick the Cardinals or the Diamondbacks to make the playoffs. Obviously, I just went with the Diamondbacks. Yeah, Cardinals, they're not a bad team. They're a surprising team this season. I have my next door neighbor. He's a huge Cardinals fan. And, he went to the series where I think they won 2 out of 3 against the Cleveland Guardians a couple weeks ago. So, yeah, they're not a bad team. They could easily make a playoff push for sure.
I mean, Douglas, you might never get triggered by the Cardinals, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not mad about losing 2 World Series to them. That's for sure.
And getting blown out by one of them, right?
I didn't think would win either of those series. Anyways, I wanted them to win, so that wouldn't trigger me whatsoever. Still,
never getting swept by the Cardinals at one game in 2011.
No, Stu. No, I don't even think about that. I don't even think about it.
You don't think about it. Would you want to watch those games if you had to choose?
You know what I would want to watch? Like the 06, I think it was the ALCS when the Tigers were going to the World Series, was probably like the greatest like sports moment that I can remember in Detroit. Like it was definitely top 2 or 3. That's the one I would want to remember. Going to the World Series is the moment that was just electric. But being in the World Series didn't end so well. Even though I think we were favored to win it too that year.
Yes, and you were favored in 2011 against the Cardinals, right?
I think so, man. I think we should at least have 1 World Series for the Tigers. I mean, we made 3 World Series, and I think we lost all of them.
Yes, Chris Ilitch was such a great owner until this year. But what was it? Who? Oh man, the Ilitches.
I mean, they went all in, man. The eldest Ilitch at the time, like I think he passed away since. He wanted a World Series real bad, and so they went all in on those teams. But Cardinals got it done both times.
I mean, come on. Was it Carlos Santana basically got a contract until his 40s?
Yeah.
Verlander was still getting paid by the Tigers when he went to Houston.
Hey, Stu, right now we got the best record in baseball.
Yeah, that's true. We will forget about that past. That past is long forgotten. We just Men in Black to you, right? You don't remember all those bad Tigers years, right?
No, all of a sudden I'm remembering Des Bryant dropping a football.
Cool.
Really? This is MLB podcast, and you got to trigger me like that?
Sorry. I forgot what sport we were on. My apologies.
Why do you always have to trigger me like that? I don't want to.
I'm sorry, Stu. I think my feelings were hurt over the Cardinals and the Tigers. My apologies. I took it out on you.
Anyway, do you think? I think the Cardinals could make the postseason. I might.
I was liking that as well, Stu. I really was. I think they're a real solid team.
I mean,
would any of you guys want to do a bet? So if the Cardinals make the playoffs, I'll give you guys $5. If they don't, I'll give you guys $3. Anyone want to take that bet?
Deal.
Stuart?
I'll let you gents do the betting.
I think the Cardinals are
I don't think I can bet on baseball with the Tigers right now. I don't want to curse anything.
Yeah. The Tigers are gonna make the postseason, right? And then I'll just curse them out.
I mean, if they're in the top 2 seeds too, I think getting a bypass that wild card series would be really nice. If you can go straight into the divisional round, give us a 5-game series. I love our chances against any team in a 5-game series, but a best 2 out of 3 scenario is no bueno.
No bueno indeed. But yeah, we're looking at the Cardinals, which I always say I have a soft spot a little bit for the Cardinals, but they're looking okay. They swept the Guardians. That doesn't really say much, but still, they
And that
swept.
seems to be a theme of the National League. Like, do the Guardians just always lose to the NL? I feel like every single team has swept the Guardians.
Yeah, the Guardians are. I mean, like a few years ago, Cleveland was the mecca of sports. We had the Cavs, we had the Guardians going to the playoffs, and now the Cleveland's gone downhill.
I know. It's like we literally were the number one in the division.
Guardians will not make the playoffs this year, and man, they're certainly playing like it. But we're talking about the NL, so yeah.
Yeah, because our ownership is cheap. That's what I feel.
I mean, and that's how it felt when the Tigers had their slump too. You just kind of feel so disappointed. But
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, they still have Jose Ramirez and they still have some pieces. But didn't Terry Francona leave? Did Terry Francona
he's
leave?
now the manager for the Cincinnati Reds, Mr. Terry
Oh,
Francona.
golly.
Yeah, right. He said he was going to retire, but then decided to come out of retirement and be the manager for the Reds. So, yeah.
Wow.
Right? Your favorite owner, right?
That's amazing.
I mean, what about owner? He's a manager still.
Favorite manager?
I mean, he was pretty good in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we made the World Series. I don't know. Was he the manager of World Series 2016? Probably.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we were a pretty dominant team under Francona, and that definitely translates to the Reds. I'm not saying the Reds are dominating, but the Reds are still a playoff contending team at the moment, outside looking in, but they could do it.
It's like my joke with I was gonna be mean. I was gonna do a mean joke about. Yeah, you miss Rich Rodriguez, right, Douglas?
I think the problem was I don't think he was the problem, Stu. That's the thing, because I've looked into this, and I think it was genuinely the Michigan culture. Like, I don't think they gave him a chance, and they forced him out so quick, and I think it could have eventually maybe been better. But no, I don't miss him, Stu. Mr. Harbaugh brought us a national title, to which we will always be grateful.
You know what? They should just be like, hey, Mr. Rodriguez, you're leaving Cincinnati. It's time for you to go back to U of M. Redemption yourself.
Stu, I remember, I guess it would have been the guy after him, Brady Hoke, when he was getting fired, and we were just cheering for Jim Harbaugh. And then he came, and then it was kind of rocky, but he got the job done. What a story. What a story.
Yeah. But hey, Ryan Day got a trophy too. All our coaches.
When standing on third base, Stu.
Yeah! Yeah! Indeed. But so I'm saying the Cardinals are going to do it. Douglas,
I think so. I think so.
And Christopher is going to lose $5.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see come September. Let's go Diamondbacks.
Let's go Diamondbacks indeed.
Well, sir, don't say let's go Diamondbacks. You're the one who has money against the Diamondbacks. So don't say let's go Diamondbacks.
No, I'm trying to jinx them. So let's go Diamondbacks indeed.
Oh,
so
let's go Cardinals. I'll jinx them too.
Oh, I think that game next Friday I'd be going to would be the Cardinals versus the Diamondbacks.
Ooh, let's go.
There we go. Even more incentive.
And you're a roof of the Diamondbacks.
Douglas,
yeah, dude. I might pack my mitt.
Live commentary from you from the Casual Sports Talk podcast, field reporter Douglas to the Diamondbacks game against.
There we go. I'll get you boys some footage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Being done the thing, and now we got to talk about the Padres, which my dad actually went to a Padres game this year.
Oh, that's fun. I went to a Padres game as a kid.
Yeah, Padres are always fun. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you lived in California a little bit, right?
No, we were just on a giant road trip out there, and my dad liked baseball at the time. And their stadium's really cool. There was a little beach area, a playground out in the outfield there. That was a blast.
Yeah. But do you think the Padres, they're the team that's knocking. They're knocking on the doors. Are they making that postseason or not?
I mean, I gotta imagine so, man. They're really quite a talented team.
Yes.
Yeah, because they have Juan Soto. He plays for the Mets. I'm thinking of Manny Machado, and they also have. Why can't I think of the other guy?
Fernando Tatis Jr.
That's the guy.
Yeah,
the Padres don't have a bad team, and they're 6 games above 500. and like what Doug said, knocking on the door. Yeah, I could see the Brewers slipping and the Giants slipping. So I would see the Padres making it into the playoffs for sure.
I mean, Padres
Not
are
about for
looking
sure,
hot.
but
I mean, granted,
confidently, I would
You're-
say the Padres are going to make the playoffs
you're gonna say Padres playoff time for
September. Yeah, for
Yeah.
playoff time. Yep. Yeah.
playoff time, baby. But I feel like I don't think they're gonna make the postseason. I'm feeling it. My spike.
Really, you'll take the Cardinals over the Padres?
Yes.
No, I don't love that
Hot
selection still.
take right there. Ooh.
You gotta be hating my hot take. Like, look.
Yeah. I mean, they do play in a tough division, but that also means they get to play the Rockies probably a lot more.
They're only one game behind. One game behind.
Who, the Rockies?
No, the Cardinals against the Padres.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. I don't know. It'll be interesting for sure.
Yes.
Because, I mean, these trade deadlines, when you start to get into it, the trade deadline for baseball is pretty fun usually.
Yes.
A lot of buying and selling.
A lot of buying, a lot of selling, a lot of interesting events. I don't know. We'll see who is going to get picked. I mean, is it going to be for that standings like there? I mean, is it going to be the Padres? Is it going to be the Cardinals? Or is it going to be the Giants because they're doing okay? But I don't know. I think I'm going to probably put the Cardinals going to make the postseason. Padres.
Are we going on to the Giants? So you said
yes.
Yeah, that was good segue. That was good segues too.
Well, I think Buster Posey, he won some of those World Series with them or all of them, and now he's the president of baseball operations. Mr. Posey, it seems like, has crushed it, man. Dude has knowledge of the game and as a catcher, smart guy.
Though, are the Giants going to continue making the postseason? Will they make the wild card?
I mean, I like their odds a lot.
Ooh, so you're saying yes?
I think so. I feel like there will be probably 3 teams from the NL West. I think Padres, Giants, and Dodgers all make it.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I just feel like my spidey senses is tingling of. I mean, they did lose 2 games against the Guardians, but they did lose 3 games against the Marlins. They did get swept by the Marlins. They did.
Yeah, I mean that's not a good look, but looks like they beat the Diamondbacks there though. At the very bottom, like if you scroll down, they beat the Diamondbacks. I thought I saw.
Yeah, if we look at
Oh no, they lost to the Diamondbacks. Pardon me.
They lost 2
games. They went 2-2 against the D-backs, so they're probably pretty close series.
I think they're aren't they sloping down? And look at that. They did okay, they did win 3 out of 5, but still. They did beat the Athletics, but still.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even think. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who their best player is right now, though.
My God,
who are the Giants? They got Devers from the Red Sox.
See, I feel like he was overhyped. Maybe I'm just kind of tired of all the drama he causes.
Oh my!
I don't know.
Drama?
I'm too casual to know.
Yes, I don't know enough about it. That's the thing. Like, I know I felt like I read a bunch of headlines where he wouldn't play first base, and for the Red Sox, as soon as he went to San Francisco, he was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever you guys want." Yeah, like, it felt just like kind of weird because Boston just gave him like a huge 10-year contract, and then he was like immediately like kind of complaining about absolutely everything that they asked him to do, but they're paying him freaking whatever it was, like a ton of money over 10 years, and then I don't know, it's just like super bizarre situation. Like, I'm kind of glad that he got out of there just so we can hopefully see how good of an actual player he is outside of the drama.
I mean, I thought you support the drama.
I mean, I think it's just a bad look, man. I think if you're making that much money to like refuse to play first base, it's like you are a professional athlete paid whatever it is. I think it's like $30 million a year and you won't play first base.
Jeez, that's terrible.
It's like AB complaining like he stopped. He said he was injured, but then he's like, "Yeah, I was not. I just didn't want to do." It was like a Pittsburgh game when he was with the Steelers. Like, yeah, I just did it. I was just complaining because I wasn't getting the ball too much, not enough.
Well, it's just such a bad look, man. It's like Shoot, man, so many people will be so grateful to be in that situation to get to play a game for that kind of money, and you're sitting there like, nah, you guys just gave me a huge contract and security for life, and I won't play first base.
I mean, I would do that. I'd be like, well, actually, I would play first base all the time.
I'll say you always play first base in kickballs, too.
Yeah.
First base is kind of your spot. You're a first baseman.
I'm a first baseman. I will always get the dubs on first baseman as the
Mhm.
average, the expert on the kickballs. I'm just saying. But
Well, yeah.
I should say this 3-2-1 are the Giants making a postseason.
Yeah.
No.
3-2-1, no.
No, I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Really?
I like it.
Are we all agreeing that they're not going to make the playoffs?
No, I'm saying that they will. I think they will. I was telling Stu, I think we'll get 3 NL West teams in there.
I don't know.
Giants, Padres, and Dodgers. Wow.
I'm looking at the losing streak, and it's just like they're not beating those big teams yet. You know, I mean, they haven't won a clutch win series.
Well, I mean, the thing about baseball is it's so close, man. Like most teams are between like a 400 and a 600 win percentage, and it's just like every game, if you go to like betting odds, it's almost a coin flip. It's like baseball, like you can get high, you can lose to teams, like you can win in so many weird ways in baseball. I don't know. I think it's like, you know, like football, you can pretty reasonably know where that's going to go, but like baseball, it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's a harder sport to predict.
Yeah, it's a harder sport indeed. And now we're down one postseason team that could make it to the postseason. We got to talk about the Milwaukee Brewers, who are still making the postseason. I feel like they always do it, but they just can't really get past the chinny chin of that postseason. I think they point had the longest. Well, no, it was the Minnesota Twins. Sorry.
The Brewers made the postseason last season.
No, but it was like, I'm sorry, I'm thinking the Minnesota Twins, they had like a 20-game losing, never won a series.
Yeah. I was thinking about the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, no, I think the Twins were like, hold my baseball, I'll show you how to lose a series.
You love to hear it.
What, they didn't win a series in 20 straight playoff series or something like that?
Yeah, it was something like that. It was even worse than the Pistons.
Well, that means it's 20 plus years. Wow.
Oh, not 20 plus years, but 20 plus games.
What? Oh, 20 plus playoff games? Oh, okay.
Like over like 5 seasons, they lost like 20 straight games or something.
Yeah.
Wait, 20 straight playoff games or just 20 straight regular season games?
I think it was 20 straight playoff games.
26 playoff games.
Over the course of like 5 seasons?
Yeah, it was something like that or something.
20 straight playoff games.
Yeah. They could.
Yeah, I mean that's losing a series.
Yeah.
Because if you lose 4 games, that's a series right there.
Yeah. But anyway, we need to talk about these Milwaukee Brewers. I kind of always feel like they're like the mid-child team of baseball. If that kind of the redheaded stepchild team of baseball. Like
they were 93 and 69 last year. Steve.
I know, but I always feel like no one really talks about the Milwaukee Brewers. To be honest with you.
I mean, what they I don't know if they still have Christian Yelich or they had Christian Yelich. I'm not sure if he plays for the Dodgers or the Yankees by now, but if he still plays for him, heck yeah, good for Christian Yelich and good for the Brewers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I think their manager left for the Cubs a couple years ago. That was kind of funny. That's like their biggest rival, and he just pieced.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God! You know what it'd be like? It'd be like if Harbaugh decided, "Hey, I'm going to be a Buckeye now." Head coach.
Yeah, that'd be right spot on for sure. No joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, would you like Harbaugh after that?
I mean, if he lost you guys a lot of games to us, it was like an inside job for sure.
Yes, tanks the Buckeye.
That's how true of a Michigan man he is. He wanted to take over just to tank him. Mr. Harbaugh, why haven't you signed a single player? Oh, don't worry. We're getting all the preferred walk-ons.
It's all part of the system. It's all part of
the culture, boys. We're going to make Ohio State men.
But anyway, we should totally talk about the Milwaukee Brewers. You think we're going to make the postseason. I think they're going to make the postseason. Will they make far in the postseason, or are they going to be one and done in the wild card?
I mean, they kind of feel like the New Jersey Devils of baseball. It's like, you don't really fear that they're going to win a series.
Yeah, that's why I always feel like they're like they're like the meh. Could we say, are they like the replacement level team that makes the postseason?
Yeah, I'd say that's reasonable.
Yeah. Like, wouldn't you agree, Fyodor?
I don't think the Brewers are going to make the playoffs.
Ooh, I think they will make the playoffs, and I think it's going to be the Giants.
Yeah, so Stuart, so you're saying you're saying the Cardinals, the Giants, and the Brewers, Stu? All right.
I'm going to go Giants. Yeah, I think it might be Cardinals.
Well,
Yeah.
you have a bet over here that I wrote down saying the Cardinals will make the playoffs.
Yeah.
All right now.
All right now. And like I said, we're down to the Brewers. We're on one more wild card team, and that is the Mets. The Mets, baby. We got to talk about.
Oh man, the Mets were challenging the Tigers for the best record in baseball, and then they had like an 11-game losing streak. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, it is crazy because it's like the Mets. I feel like are like the same as like the Tigers, where it was like last year, where it was like, man, this team sucks, and then they had to bounce back, and then they made the postseason.
But they were like challenging for the best record in baseball.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Are you talking about this year or last year?
Last year.
Oh, yeah, they did make a really fun playoff run. I thought they might make the whole World Series there for a minute.
Yeah, I was like, man, I wanted the Mets to do it. Power
Well,
grimace compels
do you gents have any thoughts on Soto not being an All-Star? Paid him $700 million, no All-Star appearance?
No All-Star for Soda? No.
I wish there was like a clause in some of these contracts with these players, like if you don't perform as well, then we have the right to decrease your contract to this amount. Because Juan Soto, he's just, I mean, yeah, what, Doug, you said $700 million for, I'm not sure how many years, 12 or 13 or whatever it is.
Something like that, yeah.
He just hasn't been performing. I know maybe this is his first year with the Mets, so maybe he's just, trying to get out of his shell and crack into it.
And he's having an okay season. I think when I looked, he had 21 home runs or so it's not like he's playing bad.
Yeah.
It's just like not that like all-pro level that you kind of expect for that much money.
Right. When you sign a guy for $700 million, you want him to be playing like ball like Aaron Judge.
Because a player that's making like $70 million a year too is now Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and that makes sense. He just won the MVP, the Finals MVP, and the championship. That's worth $70 million a year.
Right.
I don't see where. I mean, Soto. I guess they went to the World Series last year. That was cool, but you didn't win it. I don't know.
Who won the World Series last year, guys?
The Dodgers over the Yankees.
It was the Dodgers versus the Yankees.
It was the Dodgers versus the Mets in the NL Conference series, right?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, then it was Yankees, Guardians.
Yeah, it was Yankees, Guardians, yeah. And we were all rooting for the Guardians, Mets. And
yeah,
we were. I'm just saying, I don't want the Dodgers.
I mean, I was rooting for the Tigers versus the Mets, but it wasn't meant to be.
It was not meant to be. All right, so how far do you think the Mets are going to make? Are they going to make it to that finals?
I don't know about the World Series, but I would still consider them definitely a wild card team making the playoffs for sure.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they made the conference finals, but I feel like it might be the same as last year, where it's like I don't think they could truly challenge the Dodgers in a 7-game series. But maybe we're wrong.
Maybe we're wrong. We'll see how it goes indeed with the Mets, baby. It's all about the Mets, and those Grimace Shakes. You didn't know you get discounts in Met Stadium for Grimace Shakes?
Mm-hmm.
And now we got wild cards done. Now we got the contenders.
You mean the division leaders? Let's go.
Oh, man. I like the Phillies a lot.
I hate the Phillies. I hope they lose.
Well, I mean, just for a moment.
Dude, gentlemen, I have news, though. So I got a notification today. 4 years ago today. Does anybody remember where we were?
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
The city of brotherly love, right? Yeah.
We're sitting there looking at the Liberty Bell. Now 4 years later, talking about the Phillies.
Woo.
How kismet.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking about anniversaries, can you guys remember what happened 15 years ago today?
Oh, God.
NBA basketball, Cleveland Cavaliers.
The decision?
Yeah, LeBron James's decision 15 years ago today.
Oh
I can't believe it.
yeah.
I remember being in high school watching that.
I
Like
was
going to
in-
graduation parties and just like, no way. It was like the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah, yeah. You decided to go. Yeah, you
But
started.
anyways, we're talking about baseball.
We gotta talk about baseball.
4 years ago today, we were in Philadelphia looking at the Liberty Bell, eating
Boom.
the Philly cheesesteaks, and now we're like
Steak and cheese.
Doug mentioned, we're talking about the Philadelphia Phillies here.
Heck yeah. They share a city with the defending Super Bowl champions too. Wow.
Woo! Fly Eagles fly, caw, caw.
I hate you all. I'm going to end the podcast right now. All right, guys. Time to end the podcast.
That's fine. We don't need to talk about the
Yeah,
Dodgers.
it's been an hour and 5 minutes. Time to turn this thing off.
Yeah. Time for Dougie to go to bed.
Yeah, same.
Time for you. But let's be honest. Do you think the Phillies, they're looking good? Are they going to make the World Series?
They should definitely make the series, man. I mean, the NL's hard, man, because like you asked about the Mets, but like I love what the Cubs are doing too. The Cubs are just on fire. Like I wouldn't be shocked to see a Tigers Cubs World Series.
Ooh, that'd be sweet.
So,
Battle of the Kittens. Let's go.
yeah, I don't know, man. Like Philly, they could.
Right?
Philly, I mean, they're definitely one of the better teams, but it's like I don't know if they have that to get over one of those, the Cubs or the Dodgers.
Yeah. I feel like they're going to make the postseason. I don't know. I feel like
They beat the Cubs 2 out of 3 though, so
yeah.
They beat.
I'm taking 2 teams from the NL Central to make the playoffs. I'm sorry, not the NL Central, the NL East, Phillies and the Mets. Whoever wins the division, it's going to be either the Mets or the Phillies. Then either or is going to be the wild card winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. Will it be the Phillies that do well, even though it sucks that we live in a world that Philly has good sports teams? I mean, we can laugh at the Flyers, but everyone else, why? They don't deserve happiness. They deserve misery.
It does suck, Stu, but they got the Liberty Bell for a reason. Great city.
Right.
Liberty. All righty, we got one teams that are done. Now, next, we got the Cubbies. Cubs.
Yeah, man. Wrigley's on the bucket list of stadiums for sure. Definitely would love to do a Wrigley game at some point.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it took them.
Might as well go to where the White Sox even play.
Chicago.
Oh,
I know Chicago. What are their stadiums called?
Dude, I'm good on that one. I want to go to
Might as well hit two stadiums in one city, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. Did I go to no, I've driven by Chicago, the White Sox one. It just never has inspired me.
Yeah, I can't figure out. Like, it's such a popular name. I just can't think of the name of it, though.
Yes. Anyway, but I feel like, but back to what I was saying with the Cubsies are coming back. They're looking like they're better than last year. Wasn't last year they did not make a postseason and they're kind of were meh, and now it's like 180 now.
Yeah, they got their manager from the Brewers and they're ready to roll.
They're rolling. They're hopping. They're looking good. I'm definitely feeling a lot more.
Comiskey Park is what it used to be called. Now it's called Rate Field.
Ooh.
Well, for the White Sox. All right, back to the Cubs. Let's go, Cubbies.
Go Cubs, go! What do you think?
You know, we're gonna party like it's 2016.
I mean, I know the
Except for
Cubs
not
are
really.
like 3.5 games in first place, but I think they could run away with the NL Central. Like I said, I don't think the Brewers are going to make the playoffs. So I think the Cubs are going to be the only team from the NL Central to make the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, I like what the Cubs are doing, man. It's fun.
We'll see how it goes.
Plus, they have oh man, his name's Pete. Pete's Crowing Smith. He's an outfielder for the Cubs, and he's one of the top players in the NL right now. Pete Crow Smith.
Yeah,
something like that.
I saw that he was a part of some trade. I don't know what it was though. But I think the Cubs did some nifty trades.
Pete Crow Armstrong. Yeah.
He'd go crow. That's what they should do.
Oh, he was actually drafted by the Mets in 2020, then traded to the Cubs in 2021. Wow.
Look for Javi Baez.
I didn't really read much into it. Just read the first couple sentences of the article.
And I think it must have been for Javi Baez, and then Baez went to Detroit after that.
I was gonna say Baez plays for the Tigers.
Yeah.
You didn't. I'm just saying you're not going to pick the Cubbies.
I mean, I think we all think they'll make the playoffs, but I mean, I think it's the Dodgers to lose for sure. I mean,
yeah,
the Dodgers have put together a super team, so it's kind of like, oh, him and Hahn. It's like we all know the juggernaut that's sitting there at the end of the tunnel.
Should we talk about the juggernaut right now?
I mean, you might as well just get it over with. I mean, they're clearly the best team. I mean, they have, an amazing team full of. I mean, everywhere you look, there's all-star caliber players. If they get healthy pitching wise, I mean, I don't know. Like they swept the Tigers to start the year. Like that was like the Tigers started 0-3, and then since then they've been awesome. But it's like the Dodgers, man, they're definitely the team to beat until they aren't. And you have that roster. I mean,
It's just like it's so frustrating because it's like I think they look like they're legit. I think this even team's better than last year's, and that's saying something.
well, yeah, and I mean somehow they still have a good farm system too because they've just been signing like Ohtani, and I forget that I don't know the other pitcher's name, but like
Oh,
they've.
I think it might be Ichiban. I forgot. I know it's another Japanese player, right?
Yeah, it was another Japanese player. And I mean, obviously, like they've hit a bunch of splashes in free agency too. So like, I don't think they've had to spend a lot on trades. I mean, they did trade for Mookie Betts, cool, but I think Freddie Freeman just came in free agency over, and so it's like they still have a fairly decent farm system. Like they're going to be probably the World Series favorites for the next 10 years, and they've been the World Series favorite every year the last 5 years.
I want something different. That's the only thing I'm annoyed with. It's just like this is why I feel like I want the cap because you have like the situation,
Well, I mean,
like the
you
Dodgers.
could literally put together a team of just like the All-Star team could probably be the Dodgers. Nobody would blink an eye.
Yeah,
like
I'll be honest with you. You're a Tigers fan. You're not going to beat the Dodgers in the World Series we play against them.
not without Paul Skeens, Stu. That's why we gotta make a trade.
Right.
Get schemes, baby.
Dude, you get Skeens and Scooble. They both pitch at least twice. Boom, that's 4 dubs right there. World Series. Boom.
Yeah, honestly, right now I think it's the Yankees versus the Dodgers. Even though that 2 big markets, no one really wants to see that.
Nobody
And
wants
the second place in their own division, Yankees, get out of here.
But yeah, if Skeens could go to the Tigers, would love to see a Tigers Dodgers series because I mean, like Doug said, the juggernauts from the NL.
Well, and then nobody talks about Casey Mize. The Tigers would be theoretically the third pitcher in that case. Dude's 9-2 with a 2.3 ERA. Like, and he got absolutely snubbed from being an all-star. It was atrocious. Like, the dude should have been a lock, like arguably one of the best 3 or 4 pitchers in the American League this year. So you give me that trio of starters, and I think we could take down anybody, but we'd have to give up a lot to get Mr. Skeens.
Right.
Give up everything. You're like, please.
I mean, I couldn't. That is like a dream come true duo to like at the top of the rotation.
Yes. I'm like, please, baseball.
I mean, as a Tigers fan, I would be okay giving up a lot of prospects for like 2 or 3 years of that rotation.
Would you sacrifice 5 years of mediocrity just to get schemes?
I mean, only if it led to a World Series, though. That's the thing. But we just came off of 10 years of mediocrity, Stu. So like, whatever, just get us a World Series so we can at least suffer in peace.
Okay, continue It's been 40 years since the last time you've been in a World Series, Douglas.
Not that we've been since we won, Stu. We were talking how we lost 3 of them the last 20 years.
20 years of just losing and losing. But anyway, Dodgers look amazing. Ohtani looks amazing.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of fun, the home run battle right now between Ohtani, that Ripken up in Seattle, and Judge. Like, they're all at like mid-30s at the All-Star break. Like, this feels like peak 1997 right now. 1998.
Cal Raleigh, yeah, the catcher.
Yeah.
Ripken Jr., you had
well, I mean, when you had like freaking McGuire and Sammy Sosa and those dudes, like it just feels like every day it's like, oh, Judge cranks a homer. And the one game I saw Judge hit a homer, then Soto hit a homer the next inning. It just feels like, these power hitters are back too, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah, and don't forget
bring the Roids back. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, if Ohtani becomes the full-time pitcher for the Dodgers again, though, man, like, watch out. Like, the NL's done. If they get high-quality Ohtani pitching again,
Yeah.
They said that
And
actually-
batting, Ohtani.
So last season, Ohtani did not pitch. This season, he did, and
Yeah.
it's not really comparing the days he pitched to his batting average. It's just this season alone, his pitching has caused his batting average to go down substantially. His on base, his slugging percentage. So it's like maybe Ohtani should maybe not pitch, But hey,
You
Dodgers are in first place for a
Let's be
reason.
honest. Ohtani knows what he's doing.
maybe he should just be a reliever or something.
Right.
Like not be a starter, but give him like 2 innings every third or fourth day.
Yeah. I could see Ohtani doing that.
You get into a jam, you put Ohtani out there, just gets the crowd pumped.
Yeah. Like people would get pumped for Ohtani, but now, if I'm trying to think about it, that is it for all the teams. Can you believe it, gentlemen?
That was amazing.
That was
Can't believe
amazing.
it.
Can't believe it. It is still crazy to think that the Tigers are now in the lead against the Dodgers, have the best record right now in the MLB right now. As of this,
And they're up by like a good 3 games now because the Dodgers have been actually on a slump. We didn't touch on that, but they lost 4 or 5 straight there. So Dodgers took the best record for like 2 days, and then Tigers won 5 straight. The Dodgers lost 4 straight, and it kind of flipped again.
yeah, hopefully it's going to be interesting. So, gentlemen, do you have any final thoughts on the American League right now?
Let's go Diamondbacks, make those playoffs so I could make some money in September.
No, let's go Cardinals. Cardinals all the way.
Let's go anybody other than the Dodgers.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with
Yes.
that. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
No. I don't want Philly to win a World Series. I don't want that world. Don't give me that world.
Can you imagine Philadelphia winning the Super Bowl and then the
No!
World Series? That'd be the sports
That'd
family
be-
right there.
Deserve nothing but
If it can't
sadness.
be the Tigers, then I'll live with the Phillies.
Yeah, let's go.
How dare you all?
Let's
How
go,
dare you all?
Phillies.
I don't want 76ers to win. I can laugh at the Flyers. The Flyers
You
suck.
can laugh at the 76ers, too. They were terrible.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And also, we can laugh at the Flyers because the Flyers sucked this year too.
Yeah, I
Yep.
don't see the Sixers or the Flyers winning a championship, respectful in their sports within the next 10 years for each of those teams to not win a title for their respective
Agreed.
sports.
But I should say, gentlemen, we are in the off season of the next 3 months. So maybe we can have some suggestions. Do you want to do some Wimbledon?
I would love to do some Wimbledon. I've been keeping up on it.
When
All
does the Wimbledon end?
Sunday.
Ooh, perfect timing for our
Perfect
podcast.
timing. So next
We might
week-
have 2 Americans in the semis here, boys. We already got Mr. Fritz we were talking about earlier. Ben Shelton. He goes up against Sinner tomorrow, and Sinner's looked unbeatable. But maybe we'll get some USA to sneak through to the semis.
Yeah. So
Djokovic still going, man. Djokovic could be there too. It's gonna be a hoot.
it's going to be a hoot indeed. So next week we'll talk about some Wimbledon. Woo!
Let's go.
In the off
USA,
season
USA.
of the slow July of the postseason.
We could also do it during the home run derby potentially, or the All-Star game, and just kind of like semi-watch that too.
Yeah, we could do maybe a recap of the semi. We're having fun. This is the postseason. Not the postseason. This is the slow period. Of sports.
Because what the home run derby is next Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Nice, heck yeah.
So maybe we can do a home run derby / this recap. How about that?
I'm in.
All right.
Heck yeah, gentlemen.
And like I said, I want to catch you later, Mr. Gators. So next week we'll talk about some Wimbledon. We're going to talk about home run derbies. And as always, I'm going to catch you later, Mr. Gators. So as always, take care. Bye-bye.